ready to get back together? I think some people want to go home.
Well, there's one thing to think about,
What was it?
considering, put this funding formula vote out to the people in November instead of June, is if this passes, you've got one more vote that's gotta happen, and that's the town of Newry, about voting to stop the withdrawal process. And if you want it to take effect starting in 2020, Newry needs their voters to get out, either a June vote or a November vote. So that's the only thing I got to question here.
Do we even set the vote?
No.
No, the board would, but it would be good to have a recommendation come from this group, I think.
And I'm going to suggest you vote on the formula, and then we talk about a recommendation on the date. Is that, let's not put the
Okay,
two
let's
together,
not do that.
because it may cause some people to say, I'm going to vote no if you do go. Is that fair?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Any discussion on the proposed changes to the cost-sharing formula, which is a 9-year,
Right.
and we have a motion in this, we have a motion in the second.
I did.
Bob did. Carson?
I'll vote yes on this. I'm willing to put it out to the voters again, let them decide. I'm not particularly happy personally about it, but I really want to see healing in this community. I want to be able to have Dr. Murphy, I want to have the rest of the board focus on education. I want to be able to serve our kids rather than fighting within the community. So I'll pass it on to the voters. We'll discuss the date at the next
Next stage.
stage.
Any other discussion on the formula? All those in favor? Opposed? Michelle. All right, Joe, this is only a recommendation to the board, correct? The board sets the date, is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so. Yep.
So, let me just do a thumbs up, okay? How many people want to get it out in June? How many people, that was November?
I guess the only comment I would make is, if it was a concern to educate the voters, even more time, give that opportunity to educate the voters, if that was a concern here.
Not necessarily. It's more of getting the job done, getting the word out. We could wait and not get the word out until
A
2
June-
weeks before the November vote, or we could wait and not get the word out until 2 weeks.
When are you
before June.
voting
Doesn't really matter.
referendum on your school budget?
June.
You know, you do a June vote, it's gonna be on the same date that you're voting on the school budget. I just,
Yeah.
there will not be a school budget. Of course, we've got the whole gubernatorial and everybody else running for whatever office in November. But they're all, you got all the candidates running in the primaries.
Yeah, you get your school board candidates, you get your school budget, you get your...
I'm not trying to, I'm just,
You got your help quitting.
so, Marcel.
So actually, I just wanted to, I'd like to see more turnout. Again, that's going to be up to the board. But there's going to be a candidates night for board members, new board members. That's going to be one public process. There's going to be a budget hearing, and then there would be this one as well. So that's a lot and that would likely all be in May. So that's a lot to expect the public to absorb all at once. I am concerned, and I want to hear from Dr. Murphy about whether the November date would stall implementing this. That's an important issue we need to just clarify, because we did say in the motion starting in 2020, so we need to
Right.
just find that out.
I can only go back to, I think, one of the clarifications that the state has said back when they were talking about withdrawals, and that was that you couldn't do a withdrawal past November. Remember that, Mike? That any votes had to be taken in November in order to be in effect the following year. So I would assume the same would hold true, and I think it was a very tight timeframe. I would be concerned about whether or not it would work if you had that vote and then you had to schedule the new revote, like Bob said, because then you really wouldn't know necessarily where things stood until sometime after the November referendum. Now, it could be that they could schedule it right after the November referendum or simultaneously, although I don't know if that would make sense. So I don't know the answer to that
Couldn't they
question.
vote prior to a vote? And if it passes, we'll stop?
That would be up to the
I'm thinking that it might be better to do it in June, because we have so many things going on surrounding school. You have the budget, you have all of those different things going on, and if you're gonna, you can really create some interest in all of this based on that it's a critical vote, because we're doing so many things. And it puts it on people's minds. It might put it on people's minds even more, because there's so much going on with the school.
There
That's what it
was a
sounds
lot
like to me.
of effort recently for the folks who collected signatures for the petition. And when they were collecting those signatures, they talked to lots of people in all 4 communities. So people are aware of this, it's on their mind, and I think if you wait until November, people are gonna forget about the conversations that they had with the people who were out collecting signatures.
Okay, right, thank you.
That'd be quick. I'm not sure that we couldn't put that on the ballot at the same time.
Yeah, good point.
You know, so you would vote, there'd be 2 questions. One would be, do you favor the refunding formula? And the second would be a contingent vote that says, if the refunding formula passes, do you favor stop and withdrawal? And I think that could all happen.
In the town of Norwich.
Yeah.
In the town.
Yeah, I think, I hope Amy doesn't shoot me, but I
I hope she doesn't need it.
yeah, right.
Okay, now, my suggestion is, let's just do a thumbs up again, we had a little more discussion on dates, and that Dr. Murphy take it to the board of directors and say, the committee, this many people favor November, and this is why this many people favor, because really it's up to them. And it just gives them numbers, so they take it, and then you would know it's gonna be on the school board agenda, you could attend that meeting if you wanted to. I mean, does that make sense versus trying to?
Right.
All right, so how many people are in favor of June? One.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How many people in favor of November? Give that, just, I don't think we ought to do a hard and fast thing, because I'm not sure that's our authority to do.
This is fine.
Is this okay? All right, so I first thank all of you. I want to thank people who came, they're sitting out there. Thank you for your comments. We don't want to come back again.